Hello everyone, welcome you to today's class and today's topic is integration of rational functions. Okay, so rational function you are familiar with. So now we are going to study how to integrate rational functions by using various methods. Okay, so let's begin the class with the definition of rational function. Yeah, how to identify rational functions, then how to integrate it. Okay, let's begin. So to begin with integration of rational functions, so whenever we talk about rational functions, so how it looks like. So rational function is basically it is a function of the type px by qx, where px is a polynomial, qx is a polynomial, right, and qx not equal to 0. Right, so it means basically numerator and denominators are non-zero polynomials. Specifically, denominator cannot be 0, right? And we can broadly divide the rational function into two types. One is proper rational function, the other one is improper rational function. So proper rational function means when the degree of the numerator is less than degree of the denominator. Okay, degree of the numerator is less than degree of the denominator. That is called proper rational function. On the other hand, if degree of the numerator, I mean degree of px is greater than equal to degree of qx, degree of the numerator greater than equal to degree of the denominator, we call it improper rational function. So in case we have improper rational function, I mean you have to integrate px by qx, but degree of px is greater than equal to degree of qx. In that case, first step is divide numerator by denominator before you apply any formula, any method of integration. First thing you have to do is divide the numerator by denominator. ये कब करोगे? In case degree of px greater than equal to degree of qx. Okay, now let's come to the methods of integration. So we will be discussing here two methods to integrate rational functions. So first method is the use of partial fraction method, and this method is used to integrate a rational function in which the denominator can be factorized into linear and quadratic factors. Okay, and second method is, so again we here second method like px by qx, I mean rational function, and here you see your qx may not be factorized. Okay, so actually when qx is not, it cannot be expressed as factor of product of some two or more factors. Okay, and in this case px can be, it may be linear or it may be constant, right? So in fact there is no restriction for px in fact. Okay, in both the cases px may be linear, it may be quadratic, it may be cubic or anything, it may be a constant also. So px can be any polynomial, but in first method we will be discussing when qx can be factorized into two or more factors. The factors may be linear or quadratic in nature. Similarly, in second case, here qx may not be factorized. So we cannot express qx as factor of two or more, product of two or more factors. Okay, so this is the difference between the two methods. So our point of discussion today is like using method of partial fraction. So let's take some questions and I will show you. Yeah, so our point of discussion is using method of partial fraction, integrating, yeah, partial fraction method, partial fraction method. Okay, so here we will divide this into two types, three types. Type 1 is when denominator is product of the denominator contains linear non-repeated factors. Okay, it is product of two or more linear non-repeated factors, or you may write here denominator contains linear non-repeated factors. So whenever we are talking about linear non-repeated factors, so it may be like this, whatever may be px, no problem. So it should be like this, x minus a into x minus b into x minus c, where a not equal to b not equal to c. Okay, so it is non-repeated linear factors, right? So let me take one question and I will tell you how to solve it. Suppose we want to integrate dx by x plus 1 into x plus 2. We are in type 1, means denominator contains linear non-repeated factors. Yeah, so whenever you have to integrate this, see in partial fraction method, now what we do, we express the product as sum of two or more terms. Okay, so here we have two factors. Denominator contains two factors. So what we do here, see, consider, so numerator is 1. If you just see the the integrand, 1 by x plus 1 into x plus 2. Okay, two non-repeated factors. So we can linear factors. So a by x plus 1 plus b by x plus 2. Okay, so we are expressing this product as sum of two terms. Then a and b are constants to be found out. Okay, that means 1 by x plus 1 into x plus 2. This is equal to, we may write it as x plus 1 into x plus 2. So here it is a into x plus 2 plus b into x plus 1. Okay, now comparing both the sides, we are getting 1 equal to a plus b into x. Okay, it is ax plus 2a plus bx plus b plus 2a plus b. We have to find a and b. That means comparing the coefficients, comparing the coefficients, what we can do, comparing the coefficients of x and constant terms. Here you see a plus b, it is coefficient of x. We do not have x term here. It means a plus b equal to 0. And here constant term 2a plus b in RHS, in LHS constant term is 1. So 2a plus b equal to 1. Okay, now we are getting two equations, two linear system of linear equation in fact. Okay, two variables and two equations. Solving equation 1 and 2. Solving equations 1 and 2, you can get, when you subtract it, yeah, so you are getting a equal to what? Whenever you solve it, maybe you can subtract 1 from 2. So here you can get a equal to 1. Yeah. and b equal to, if a equal to 1, b equal to -1. Okay, so this is the terms a and b you are getting. Now you come back to the equation. Okay, so after get the equation you are getting like this. Okay, you have to integrate. So we have taken 1 by x plus 1 into x plus 2 equal to a by this and b by this. So integral of dx by x plus 1 into x plus 2, that is equal to integral of a by x plus 1, a equal to 1. So dx by x plus 1, b equal to -1. So here b by x plus 2 means minus of dx by x plus 2. Okay, so this is, we can integrate it easily. So like when first we split, here we made partial fractions, right? Then we integrate it by our known methods. Right? So we know how to integrate this. So it is log x plus 1 minus log x plus 2 plus c. Or you can write here log m minus log n is log x plus 1 by x plus 2. Right? Log m minus log n is log m by n. Clear? We'll go to the second question. Our second question is 2x minus 3 divided by x square minus 1 into 2x plus 3. Okay, integrate this. So here you see numerator is the polynomial of degree 1, linear polynomial. Denominator is, degree of the denominator is 3. Okay, now one more thing you can see here. Here we have x square minus 1. Though it looks like it is quadratic, but it can be factorized. So x square minus 1 can be written as x minus 1 into x plus 1. It means we have 3 non-repeated factors. Okay, now here consider 2x minus 3 divided by x minus 1 into x plus 1 into 2x plus 3. Okay, let it be. So 3 linear factors. So a by x minus 1 plus b by x plus 1 plus c by 2x plus 3. Okay, जितने फैक्टर्स से उतने कंस्टेंट से. You observe this. Denominator is linear, numerator is constant. Okay, so a, b, c are constant. We have to find them. So now this implies 2x minus 3. I'm writing a bit detailed so that no, it will help you catching the steps. X plus 1, 2x plus 3. This is equal to, here LCM is x minus 1, x plus 1, 2x plus 3. Now a into x minus 1 into 2x plus 3 plus b into, sorry, a into x plus 1, b into x minus 1 into 2x plus 3 plus c into x minus 1 into x plus 1 means x square minus 1. Okay, so this implies 2x minus 3 equals to, it is a into 2x square plus 2x plus 3x, 5x plus 3 plus b into 2x square. Now 3x minus 2x means x minus 3 plus cx square minus c. Okay, now it means we have 2x minus 3 equal to, it is x square into 2a plus 2b plus c plus x into, we have to write like this, here x into, yeah, 5a plus B, right, plus constant term 3A minus 3B minus C. Now comparing the coefficients, you can have, see, we do not have x square term in LHS. And in RHS, coefficient of x square is 2A plus 2B plus C. So comparing the coefficients, you can write here 2A plus 2B plus C equal to 0. Equation 1. 5A plus B equal to 2. Compare coefficient of x from both the sides. Equation 2. And 3A minus 3B minus C equal to minus 3. Okay, it is equation 3. So you have to get ABC by solving equations 1, 2 and 3, right? So that you can do. So I will tell you a very shortcut method. Yeah, so in shortcut method, what you need to do, see, you have to see the factors. Just one moment. Yes, I'll tell you a shortcut method. So here you see, whenever you write here, na, uh, okay, so here you see, whenever we are writing like this, from this step you see, your 2x minus 3 equal to what? 2x minus 3 is a into x plus 1 into 2x plus 3 plus b into x minus 1 into 2x plus 3 plus c into x minus 1 into x plus 1. Okay, so as we know, x cannot be equal to 1, it cannot be equal to minus 1, and it is not equal to minus 3 by 2. Okay, so here this is a shortcut method I'm telling you, but otherwise you have to solve this question by equating the coefficients just to save time. So what you can do, suppose you have x equal to minus 1. By putting x equal to minus 1, so this term will be 0 and this term, x equal to 1 minus 1, so this term will be 0. So easily you can get b. So now here you see, putting x equal to minus 1. So you are getting 2 into minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 5 equal to, this is 0, this is 0, right? So here it is b into minus 2. Okay, so here it is x equal to minus 1, so minus 2 plus 3. So it means you are getting minus 2b. So b equal to what? Your b equal to 5 by 2. B equal to 5 by 2. So b 5 by 2 means you can get a easily. So you can see equation 2. So from equation 2, or you can put x equal to 1, then this term will be 0, this term will be 0, you can get a, right? That means if b 5 by 2, just for shortcut calculation, nothing else. Okay, so 5a equal to 2 minus b. Okay, so it means 5a equal to 2 minus 5 by 2. Okay, so you are getting here what? 4 minus 5. So basically a will be what? Minus 1 by 10. Okay, and c equal to, you can put the values of c here, or you can put x equal to minus 3 by 2. Okay, if you put x equal to minus 3 by 2, you can get, this is 0, this is 0, you can get C. So it means solving equation, what you can write here, solving equation 1, 2 and 3. You are getting A equal to minus 1 by 10, B equal to 5 by 2, C equal to, so what is C here? C will be minus 24 by 5. Minus 24 by 5. So after getting A, B, C, so this method I told you for shortcut method. Otherwise, no. So here the valid method is this one. You equate the coefficients. Then after equating the coefficients, you get these equations. So yeah, you can solve them just like no linear equations in 3 variables. So you can get A, B, C. So for the sake of saving time, I am telling you. So if you suppress one factor, suppose x equal to minus 1, so you are getting, yeah, B here, just like I have done shown here. Similarly, whenever you take x equal to plus 1, so you can get A, because B and C, these two terms will be 0. And third one is if you put x equal to minus 3 by 2, so your this first term and second term will be 0, you can get C. Or you can get one value, then from these equations you can put it, after substitution you can get ABC. Okay, that is up to you. So now integral of, we have integral of 2x minus 3, 2x minus 3 divided by x minus 1 into x plus 1 into 2x plus 3. Okay, this is the question. Dx, this is equal to, we have taken a by x minus 1. So a means minus 1 by 10. Keep it outside. Dx by x minus 1 plus b by x plus 1, b 5 by 2. So dx by x plus 2. Then plus c by 2x plus 3. C equal to minus 24 by 5. Then it is integral of what? Dx by 2x plus 3. Okay. Now it is the known method to you. So minus 1 by 10 into log x minus 1. Okay. Plus 5 by 2 log x plus 2. And the third one is, so you know it, minus 24 by 5 is fine. But here be very careful. 2x plus 3. This is 2x plus 3. Now differential of 2x plus 3 is 2 dx. So here you have to write 2 dx we do not have. So make it 2 dx, multiply half. So that means minus 12 by 5. Then you can write log 2x plus 3 plus constant of integration. Okay, is it clear? Let's go to the next question. One more question. Okay, so okay, so question number 3 is, so I will be considering type 3 here. Type 3, or you can take the having denominator same. Okay, let me take here type 2. So that no, so in type 2, yeah, we can consider type 2. So in type 2, you can say here the denominator contains repeated linear factors. Repeated linear factors. So repeated linear factors means what? Whenever we say repeated linear factors, it means the just like no your a square, a cube, like this. Okay, suppose for example you are taking x square. So the factors of x square are x and x square. If you write here x plus 1 whole square, so the factors will be, one factor will be x plus 1, the other factor will be x plus 1 whole square. Similarly, if you have x plus 1 whole cube, one factor will be x plus 1, next x plus 1 whole square, then x plus 1 whole cube, like this. Okay, so let me take a simple question first. So question number 3, this is type this. So question number 3 is find the integral of, it is 3x minus 1 divided by x plus 2 whole square. X plus 2 whole square. So whenever your first question, so you have repeated linear factors. Okay, so you have let 3x minus 1 divided by x plus 2 whole square. Okay, so just observe the way we are solving the question. 3x minus 1 by x plus 2 whole square. So as we have the factors of x plus 2 whole square are, one factor is x plus 2, the other factor is x plus 2 whole square. We can write here a by x plus 2 plus b by x plus 2 whole square. Okay, now we can see 3x minus 1 divided by x plus 2 whole square. This is equal to, in right hand side, LCM is x plus 2 whole square. A into x plus 2 plus b. So it means 3x minus 1 equal to ax plus 2a plus b. So by comparing the coefficients, so you can clearly see a equal to 3. Okay, a equal to 3. Now 2a plus b equal to minus 1. So it means, so we are getting b equal to what? So are we getting b equal to minus 7? Yeah, so b equal to minus 7. Now coming to integral part. So integral of 3x minus 1 divided by x plus 2 whole square, that is equal to, so we have taken a by x plus 2, a equal to 3, so 3 dx by x plus 2. b minus 7, so minus 7 dx by x plus 2 whole square, right? Now while integrating, you have to see 3, it is log x plus 2. Now here you see, it is not log, right? Be very careful, children make mistake here. So here you see, if you take t, x plus 2 as t, dt by t square, right? So 1 by t square, for example. So 1 by t square, yeah, dt by t square, right? Like this. Or 1 by t square is whose derivative is 1 by t square. And obviously it is derivative of minus 1 by x, right? Derivative of 1 by x is minus 1 by t square. So minus 1 by x ka derivative 1 by t square. Or you can say 1 by t square, integral will be minus 1 by t, or you may write here t to the power minus 2 dt. So in that way, you will be getting what? Plus 7 by x plus 2. Okay, 7 by x plus 2 plus constant of integration. Okay, so I hope it's clear to you. So maybe one more question of this category. Okay, question number, can take here question number 4. So you can take here, it is integral of, integral of x into dx divided by x minus 1 whole square into x plus 2. Okay, this is the question. Integrate this. Now we will consider, let x by x minus 1 whole square into x plus 2. So you have a repeated factor x minus 1 whole square, right? So you can write here a by x minus 1 plus b by x minus 1 whole square plus c by x plus 2. Okay, so as you know, x minus 1 whole square, the all possible factors are x minus 1 is one of the factors and x minus 1 whole square is another factor. So we have to write all the factors like this. Okay, so next one is, so this implies your x by, so what we can do here, whenever we have such things, so we can multiply, and another method I can tell you, multiplying both sides, we can save a bit of time. Multiplying both sides by x minus 1 whole square into x plus 2. So we can get x equal to a into x minus 1 into, yeah, so we are taking a by x. Okay, right, so x minus 1, x minus a, so we can write here a into x minus 1 into x plus 2. Okay, plus b into x plus 2 plus c into x minus 1 whole square. Okay, so we are getting like this. So I will tell you a very shortcut method. Whenever you have such things, see, you can equate the coefficients also. Let me write that. So x, that is a valid method actually. So a into, here it is x square plus 2x minus x means plus x, then minus 2 plus b into x plus 2 plus c into x square minus 2x plus 1. So this implies x equal to, it is x square into a plus c plus x into a plus b minus 2c plus minus 2a plus 2b plus c. Now equate the coefficients from both the sides. So you can get a plus c equal to 0, first equation, and your a plus b minus 2c, that is equal to 1, second equation, and third equation is minus 2a plus 2b plus c. There is no constant term in LHS, so this is 0. Okay, now equate, I mean this, you have to solve equation 1, 2 and 3. So while solving equation 1, 2 and 3, see, you can use normal method. So as I told you earlier, the shortcut method you can apply from here. So whenever you are putting x equal to 1, you are getting this is 0 and this is 0. So it means you will be getting 1 equal to 3b. Okay, so 1 equal to 3b means b equal to 1 by 3. So solving equations 1, 2 and 3. So you are getting b equal to 1 by 3. Okay, b 1 by 3. Then you can get c, yeah. So when b equal to 1 by 3, then c and a equal to 2 by 9, c equal to minus 2 by 9. Okay, so we have like this. So next, so after getting, yeah, solution, you can just like the way you solve linear equations in 3 variables, you can do that, but it's time taking. So for that reason, you can just know shortcut method, not very official method, you can say. You can, if you substitute x from this expression, you can just think, not from the original, because if you take the original rational function, so you cannot take x equal to 1, x equal to minus 2. So if you write here x equal to 1, for example, you are getting b equal to 1 by 3. If you write x equal to minus 2, this is 0, this is 0. So minus 2 means c into, yeah, 9. So you are getting c equal to minus 2 by 9. Okay. And after getting c minus 2 by 9, a will automatically be 2 by 9 because a plus c equal to 0. Right? So now the required integral is what? Integral of x by, whenever you write x by x minus 1 whole square into x plus 2. So this is basically integral of, we have taken a by x minus 1. A is minus 2 by 9. So dx by x minus 1, then plus b 1 by 3 dx by x minus 1 whole square plus c, here it is minus 2 by 9 dx by, it is x plus 2. So we are getting 2 by 9 log x minus 1, 1 by 3, here 1 by x minus 1 whole square. So 1 by x minus 1 whole square means you will be getting what? So that is minus 1 by x minus 1. Okay, minus 2 by 9 log x plus 2 plus constant of integration. The last line of the question is, so you can write here 2 by 9 log x minus 1 by x plus 2 log m minus log n. 2 by 9 you can take common, you are getting log m minus log n. So you are getting like this, minus 1 by 3 into x minus 1 plus constant of integration. Okay, so it is basically repeated factors and non-repeated factors. Okay, so one more thing is there. So here you can, some questions are there like reducible to, you can reduce this to linear factors and non-linear factors. Okay, so we can just try some more questions we can see. Suppose for example, yeah, so these two types. So question number 5, suppose you have, yeah, the question is, okay, this is another question you can take, not in type 2, just I'm taking, yeah, x square plus 1 divided by x square minus 5x plus 6. Okay, in this question you can see degree of the numerator equal to degree of the denominator. Okay, that means it comes under improper rational function. So whenever you see such cases, first step is divide the numerator by denominator. Okay, first step we will divide. So x square, here it is x square, so you can take 1 means x square minus 5x plus 6. Okay, that means you can get here 5x 1 minus 6, that is minus 5, right? So as you know, whenever you divide the number, suppose px, you are dividing by gx, your qx is quotient, rx is remainder. So your px by gx equal to what? So this is qx plus qx plus rx by gx, right? Rx by Gx. So basically, to make it simple, what we'll write here, Cx equal to Qx into Gx plus Rx. We know it, right? So it means your dividend equal to quotient into divisor plus remainder. Okay. So we are using the same thing here. So it means whenever you have this thing, x square plus 1 by this, so you are having quotient equal to 1, right? So it means quotient plus remainder by divisor. So quotient equal to 1 plus remainder is 5x minus 5 divided by divisor. Divisor is x square minus 5x plus 6. It can be factorized. Okay, so write it as x minus 2 into x minus 3. Okay, integral of this. So here you are getting integral of 1 into dx, that is x, plus integral of 5x minus 5 by x minus 2 into x minus 3. Okay, so this is your integral of, partial fraction of type 1. Okay, so quickly we can do it. Let it be 1. So now consider, let 5x minus 5 into x minus 2 into x minus 3, that is equal to a by x minus 2 plus b by x minus 3. Okay, now here when you are solving this, yeah, you can solve, you can multiply both sides by x minus 2 into x minus 3. So you can get 5x minus 5 equal to a into x minus 3 plus b into x minus 2. So you can apply shortcut method also by solving both sides. Yeah, you can write here 5x minus 5 equal to a plus b into x plus minus 3a minus 2b. Okay, now compare the coefficients. A plus b equal to 5. Yeah, now here minus 5 minus 3a minus 2b. So 3a plus 2b is also equal to 5. Okay, now solving these two equations, equation 2 and 3, solve these two equations. So you can get here, yes, so you can, by solving this, I will be using here shortcut method. What is a and what is b? So if I take x equal to 3, so if x equal to 3, so 15 minus 5, 10. Okay, so b equal to, yeah, so b will be, you can see here, b equal to 10. Yeah, so let me show it here. X equal to, yeah, I told x, you take x equal to 3. So 15 minus 5, 10 equal to b. So you can get b equal to 10. And what about a? If a plus b 5, b 10, a equal to minus 5. Otherwise you can solve it also. So you are getting like this. Now your integral is what? You are getting from 1. Yeah, so from 1 you can see the required integral. Yeah, so you are getting here, yes, from 1 the required integral is x plus integral of a by x minus 2. So a equal to minus 5. Okay, so minus 5 dx divided by x minus 2 plus 10 dx x minus 3. Okay, that is equal to, you are getting x minus 5 of log x minus 2 plus 10 times log x minus 3 plus constant of integration. Okay, so this is one type. So maybe we will wind up the class today. Type 1 and type 2. So in next class, we will be covering type 3 when numerator contains numerator may be anything, I mean any polynomial, denominator contains linear and quadratic or only quadratic factors. Okay, so and also some special types of questions which are also important from exam point of view, we'll be covering in the next class. Okay, so thank you so much. Okay, and these two types we covered today, so maybe it will help you in solving some questions of this type.